gave my college money to his actual daughter and bragged about sending me to college. My social media post ruined his credibility. Richard promised he'd pay for my college the day he married my mom. I was 9. He stood in our living room, put his hand on my shoulder and said, "You're my daughter now. I'm going to pay for your education just like a real father would." He said this in front of 20 witnesses at the reception too. For 8 years, that promise shaped every decision I made. I studied harder knowing college was guaranteed, took AP classes that destroyed my social life, skipped parties to maintain a 4.0 GPA, turned down a job at 16 because Richard said I should focus on academics since money wouldn't be an issue. He'd bring it up constantly. "Don't worry about those application fees, kiddo. I've got your tuition covered." Or, "Apply wherever you want. Price doesn't matter." When guidance counselors asked about financial limits, Richard would jump in. "Sky's the limit. This one's going to the best school that accepts her." My mom would beam every time he said it. Richard made good money as a regional director for a hotel chain. $300,000 a year plus bonuses. He drove a Tesla, bought my mom a Mercedes, took us on vacations to Europe. We lived in a 6-bedroom house with a pool. Money was never discussed as a problem. His biological daughter Haley lived with her mom in Colorado. She visited 2 weeks every summer. Richard paid child support and flew her out, but she was basically a stranger. She was 3 years older than me, already in community college when Richard made his promises about my education. Senior year, I got into Northwestern, $60,000 a year, but Richard had said price didn't matter. I also got into state with a partial scholarship that would have made it $15,000. Richard insisted I go to Northwestern. "You worked for this. You deserve the best." May 1st, decision day, I committed to Northwestern. Put down my deposit using money from my part-time job. Started buying dorm supplies. Told everyone where I was going. Made friends in the accepted students group. Found a roommate. August 1st, tuition was due. $20,000 for the first semester. I reminded Richard 2 weeks before. About that, he said at dinner, "Haley needs help." Haley had dropped out of community college, gotten pregnant, needed money for an apartment. Richard had given her $60,000, the exact amount for my first year. "You understand, right?" he said. "She's in crisis. You can take out loans." My mom sat there silent. I showed him the text where he promised to pay, the emails where he told me to pick Northwestern, the video from their wedding where he announced he'd pay for my college. "Plans change," he said. "I have to prioritize my actual daughter." 8 years of calling me his daughter, gone in one sentence. I had 3 weeks until move-in day. Northwestern required payment or they'd drop my enrollment. I couldn't switch to state anymore. Their deadline had passed. I was about to lose everything because Richard decided his actual daughter mattered more. I called my grandmother, my mom's mom. She lived in Florida on Social Security, but she had something else. My grandfather's life insurance policy. $200,000 she'd never touched. She was saving it for end-of-life care. "How much do you need?" she asked. "No, Grandma, I can't take your safety net." "How much?" I told her. $20,000 for the semester. She sent $40,000 the next day. "Enough for the full year. Pay me back when you're a doctor," she said, with interest. I didn't tell Richard or my mom about the money. Let them think I'd taken out loans. Moved into Northwestern in September. Richard posted on Facebook about being a proud dad sending his daughter to college. I didn't correct him. October. Haley called me. She was crying. The $60,000 was gone. Her boyfriend had spent it on a truck and gambling. She needed more money. Richard had said no because he'd already given her my college fund. She wanted me to talk to him. "He gave you my college money," I said. "That was all of it. But you got loans, right? You're fine. I have a baby coming." I hung up. In December, I made the dean's list. Richard posted about it on Facebook again. So proud of my daughter's achievements at Northwestern. His friends congratulated him on raising such a smart kid. That's when I posted my own update. Thank you all for the kind words. I should clarify that Richard is not paying for my education as he promised for 8 years. He gave my college fund to his biological daughter in August. My grandmother, who lives on Social Security, paid my tuition from her life insurance savings. Richard has contributed exactly $0 to my education, but continues to take credit for my achievements. I tagged him and all his friends who'd commented. Within an hour, his phone was blowing up. His boss saw it, his golf buddies, his siblings, everyone who'd heard him brag for years about paying for my college. He called me screaming. Full story on channel. Link below.